Welcome back to our geometry class. Chapter 1 Similarity, Practice Set 1.2. So students, let's begin with a new topic and a very important topic in this lesson, that is basic proportionality theorem. In our last video, we completed practice set 1.1, and the next property what we are going to study is about basic proportionality. Let's see what is a statement. The theorem says, if a line is parallel to a side of a triangle, intersects the remaining sides in two distinct points, then the line divides the sides in the same ratio. Now in 9th standard, you have already studied about the conditional statements and how to understand the theorem from the conditional statement. In this conditional statement, there is one word, that is if, and other word is then. Whatever comes after if is the given statement, and whatever comes after then, that is asked to prove. So in this particular statement, if a line parallel to a side of a triangle intersects the remaining sides in two distinct points. So they have given that there is a triangle and there is a parallel line which is parallel to one side of a triangle and it intersects the other two sides. And what is asked to prove? That this line which divides or which intersects the other two sides divides the other two sides in the same proportion. Let us see the given to prove construction and the figure. So here it is written in triangle ABC. So they have taken triangle ABC here. In this triangle ABC, this line L is parallel to one side, that one side is BC. So this line L is parallel to BC and it intersects the other two sides. So the other two sides are AB and AC in two distinct points. So which are those two distinct points? P and Q. Then the line, that is this line L, divides the sides in the same ratio. So that is AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. This is asked to prove because this comes only after then statement. Okay. So the given from the statement, the figure, and what is asked to prove. Now this information is not enough for us to prove what is asked. And therefore, there is a construction which has to be done, that is, which is shown with a dotted line. So we make this construction, that is, we join point B and Q and we draw this BQ. And we join this point P and point C to draw this PC. So draw segment PC and segment BQ. We proceed with the theorem. Now, if you look at this theorem, we have taken triangle ABC. But since we have made this construction, we have got another triangles. If you look at this triangle APQ and triangle PQB. Again, I am repeating triangle APQ and triangle PQB. If you look at both the triangles, they have a common vertex Q. And from this vertex, when you draw a perpendicular line, that perpendicular on this base AP and perpendicular for the base PB, it will be same because it is being drawn from the same vertex. So if I want the perpendicular for triangle APQ and I draw it from point Q, and if I want a perpendicular for triangle PQB and if I have to draw it from point Q again, for both the triangles the perpendicular will be same and the base will be AP for this particular triangle APQ, and for this the base will be PB for triangle PQB. So these two triangles, triangle APQ and triangle BPQ, will have same height, and therefore the ratio of their areas is equal to the ratio of their corresponding bases because their heights are same. So I will write area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQB is equal to AP upon PB because they have equal heights. So area is proportional to their corresponding bases. You can write the reason here in short. Now we take another two triangles, APQ and PQC. Look here, APQ and PQC. These two. Again in APQ and PQC, if we have to draw the perpendicular from point P, because point P is common for both the triangles. So if I have to draw the perpendicular from point P for triangle APQ and for triangle PQC, it will be same because I am drawing the perpendicular from the same point on this base. Okay, and since this is a straight line. Okay, so again triangle APQ and triangle PQC is the condition where there are equal heights. So if I take the ratio of the areas, that is area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQC is equal to the ratio of their corresponding bases. So for APQ the base is AQ and for PQC the base is QC, and therefore it is written the area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQC is equal to AQ upon QC. Areas proportional to the bases because of their equal heights. Now this is what we have got. Now if you look at the left hand side of both the statements, statement 1 and statement 2. The left hand side, that is area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQB and area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PQC. APQ is same here, correct? Now look at PQB and PQC. PQB triangle and triangle PQC. Look at triangle PQB and triangle PQC. In triangle PQB and PQC, you will see this both the triangles are between the parallel lines. They have given line L is parallel to line BC. Okay, so these two triangles are between the parallel lines. So their heights are same and their vertices lie on the parallel line. So their height is same. They also have a same base, that is PQ. For PQB, PQ is the base, and for PQC, PQ is the base. So they have same base and same height. Why same height? Because they lie between the parallel lines and their vertices lie on those two parallel lines. So they have same height and they have same base PQ. So we have studied earlier that the triangles who have same height and same base, their areas are equal. So area of triangle PQB is equal to area of triangle PQC. So that is what we are going to see. Segment PQ is common base of triangle PQB and PQC. See, PQ is the common base for PQB and PQC. Segment PQ is parallel to BC. Yes, segment PQ is parallel to BC is given. Hence, triangle PQB and PQC have equal height. They have common base and equal height. Just now I explained why they have equal height. Because their vertices lie on the parallel line. And the triangles which are between the parallel lines, their vertices lie on the parallel line. Their heights are same. Okay. So the triangle with equal height, equal base, their areas are equal. Can you see here? Area of triangle PQB equal to area of triangle PQC. This is your statement 3. Now statement 1, 2, 3. In statement 1 and 2, the left hand side I said APQ and APQ is equal. Just now we proved that PQB and PQC is equal. Okay. So this complete left hand side becomes equal. This equal to this. If this left hand side equal to this left hand side, then we can say this right hand side equal to this right hand side. So we can say, see here, since this entire left hand side and this entire left hand side becomes equal, we can say that AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. And this is the statement what we have to prove. Is it clear, students? This is a very important theorem. And you have to learn this theorem, understand and learn it by hearted. So in basic proportionality theorem, they have given a triangle. There is a line which is parallel to one side of a triangle and intersects the other two sides. Then the other two sides are divided into the same ratio, that is AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Now what is the converse? Converse means the other way. Okay, so let us see the statement for converse. If a line divides, okay, any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. So now again I told you, always remember if and then. Whatever is after if is given. And whatever is after then has to be proved. So what statement is after if? If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio. So they have given that the sides are divided into equal ratios. Okay. Then the line is parallel to the third side. And then we have to prove that the line is parallel. Okay. So in this case, the figure is here behind. Okay. You will see here the figure. Triangle ABC. They have given AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. And we have to prove that this line L or this PQ line is parallel to BC. This is the converse. Okay, they have not given here the theorem. You study the statement, okay, the figure. You should know what is the basic proportionality theorem and the converse. You should know their statement. This theorem you have to learn by heart. Okay. And this theorem you all can solve by the indirect method it is given here. Okay. We proceed to page number 11 where they have given, remember this, where they have revised the two theorems, the basic proportionality theorem and their converse. Okay. So what is the basic proportionality theorem? That in triangle ABC, given that PQ is parallel to AC, then we can say that AP upon PB is equal to QC upon PQ. And the converse is, in this particular triangle PQR, they have given PS upon SQ is equal to PT upon TR. It is given. This is given. And what is asked to prove? That ST is parallel to QR. This is asked to prove. And basic proportionality theorem, they have given that the line is parallel. And we have to prove that the sides are in proportion. So see that you revise this here after you learn the theorem. Now we proceed to practice set 1.2. I have already told you all which sums are cancelled, and therefore we start and begin with the second sum. Now look at this sum. In triangle PQR, PM is 15, PQ is 25, PR is 20, NR is 8. State whether line NM is parallel to side RQ. We have to state, we have to tell whether NM is parallel to RQ. Just now I revised with you all that when we have to prove that the lines are parallel, it is converse. Okay? And when we have to prove that the sides are in proportion, it is a basic proportionality theorem. So from the sum, from the question itself, we come to know, since we have to prove that the lines are parallel, we come to know that we have to use here converse. Okay? So now, in the converse theorem of BPT, basic proportionality theorem is also said as BPT. Okay? In short form. So, we have to prove that the line NM is parallel to line RQ. For that, we should first prove that the ratios are in proportion. So, what are the ratios here? We can take the ratio in this triangle PQR. We will see what is the ratio PN upon NR. Okay, so PN upon NR. As they have given PN, okay, how much is PN? Sorry, first we will mention the PN here 15, okay, then PQ. How much is PQ here? 25, okay, then PR is given 20, okay, and NR is given 8. Yes, it is very important to first mention it in the figure so we come to know. So PN is not given here. And we need PN upon NR and PM upon MQ. So PN is not given and MQ is also not given. So first thing what we have to do is first find PN and MQ. Now looking at the figure in triangle PQR. In this triangle PQR, you will see that P dash N dash R. Since P dash N dash R, you have studied in 9th standard geometry, that if N lies between P and R, and if PR is given 20, NR is given 8, we can find PN. So PN is nothing but PR minus NR, which is equal to 20 minus 8, which is equal to 12. Okay, and similarly P dash M dash Q. So P dash M dash Q, here also since P dash M dash Q we want to find MQ. So MQ is nothing but PQ minus PM. PQ minus PM. Okay, so what we get here? PQ is 25 minus 15, which is equal to 10. Okay, so now since we have got PN and MQ, so PN we got here 12, MQ we got here 10. So now we can find the ratio. So first we have to find the ratio of Pn and Nr. Pn just now we found 12, Nr is 8. Can we cancel? Yes. 2 4s are, 2 6s are, 2 2s are, 2 3s are. So 3 upon 2. And now we take the another ratio, Pm upon Mq. Okay. So if we take Pm, Pm is 15 upon 10. So we cancel with 5. 5 3s are, 2s are, which is equal to 3 upon 2. So now if we see the ratio of Pn and Nr and Pm and Mq, it is equal. That is 3 upon 2. So from this above two statements, we can write Pn upon Nr is equal to Pm upon Mq. Okay. So when the ratios are equal, we can say that the in triangle PQR, we can say line NM is parallel to side RQ by converse of basic proportionality theorem. Okay. So in converse of basic proportionality theorem, if the ratios of their sides are equal, then the line is parallel to the third side here. Clear, students? Now we proceed to the fourth sum, as third sum is cancelled. Look at the fourth sum. Measures of some angles in the figure are given. Prove that AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Now again, this is a triangle. Okay. We have to prove that the ratios of the sides are equal. Now, in order to be the ratios of their sides equal, the lines have to be parallel. Basic proportionality theorem, only when the line is parallel to one side of a triangle, then only we can say that the sides are in proportion. For that we have to prove that PQ is parallel to BC. Once we prove that PQ is parallel to BC, we can use BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem, and we can say AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Okay, so remember students, very important, in order to use BPT theorem, the basic proportionality theorem, the lines, one line has to be parallel to the one side of a triangle. So let's see how we can prove PQ parallel to BC. Now if you see here, something is given here, that is the measure of the angles are given. Angle APQ and angle ABC. Now if angle APQ and measure angle ABC is 60 degree. Just look at these angles, what type of angles they form. Okay, if AB is a transversal, okay, angle APQ and angle APC, they form the corresponding angles. Okay, and if the corresponding angles are congruent, then we can say the lines are parallel. Okay, so you can write here in triangle ABC, angle APQ and angle ABC is equal to 60 degree. Therefore, PQ is parallel to BC. The reason you can write here, corresponding angle test. Okay. Now once you prove that PQ is parallel to BC in triangle ABC, we can use basic proportionality theorem. Therefore, we can write AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Reason, basic proportionality theorem. Clear? It was very simple. We just had to prove AP upon PB equal to AQ upon QC. And this was possible only if we would have proved that PQ is parallel to BC. And how we proved PQ parallel to BC? We saw that these two angles which are given, they are corresponding angles. Okay, and the corresponding angles, if they are congruent, then we can say that the lines are parallel by corresponding angle test. Okay, this all you have studied in the 9th standard. Okay, and therefore since the lines are parallel in triangle ABC, we can use the basic proportionality theorem and write AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. I hope you have understood this. And now we proceed to the 10th sum in this exercise, in this practice set. In the figure 1.44, X is any point in the interior of triangle. Point X is joined to vertices of a triangle. Segment PQ parallel to segment DE. Segment QR parallel to segment EF. Fill in the blanks to prove that segment PR parallel to segment DF. And they have given this sum. So this is an activity sum. Okay. So look at the figure. X is in the interior of the triangle. Okay. Then they have said that PQ is parallel to DE, QR is parallel to EF, and we have to prove that PR is parallel to DF. So this we have to prove. This PQ and QR are given parallel, and PR we have to show. Now, I explained in the beginning that when it is an activity sum, if you get this particular sum in your exam, then you have to draw the figure. You have to write everything what is given here in the question. And again, this also. You cannot add anything of your own. Exactly how it is given here, you have to write. And you have to make the boxes and fill in the boxes. Now just start. In triangle XDE, PQ parallel to DE. Yes, it is given. So PQ parallel to DE. The reason, how you come to know that PQ parallel to DE? It is given in the sum. So what will be our reason here? That is given. Okay. Therefore, since in this triangle PQ parallel to DE, we can use basic proportionality theorem. And what is the basic proportionality theorem? XP upon PD is equal to XQ upon QE. So they have given some blanks here. So we will complete XP upon PD. So we will put PD here and XQ upon QE. So XQ is missing. Okay. And reason they have already given basic proportionality theorem. Now in triangle XEF, look at XEF. QR parallel to EF. Yes. Again the reason they want here, and that is given. Okay. They have asked us after this what? If in a particular triangle, if there is a line which is parallel to one side of a triangle, naturally we use BPT or basic proportionality theorem. So how you will use BPT here? XEF XQ upon QE. XQ upon QE is equal to XR upon RF. XR upon RF. I will show you again. XEF. This is a triangle and QR is parallel to EF. Then we use BPT here, basic proportionality theorem. XQ upon QE is equal to XR upon RF. I have written and I have to write the reason here. Basic proportionality theorem. When you write it in your notebook, you will make a bigger box so that it fits in. Okay? Here. Now, after this what? Statement 1 is this. Statement 2 is this. So, from 1 and 2 statement, what do you come to know? In statement 1, xp upon pd is equal to xq upon qe. Second statement, xq upon qe is equal to xr upon rf. Something is same here. Yes. xq upon qe. xq upon qe. So, if xq upon qe is equal to this and xq upon qe is equal to this, then we can say that these two statements or these two ratios are equal. Correct? So, from 1 and 2, I can write this xp upon pd is equal to xr upon rf. Again, I will say from 1 and 2, in 1, xq upon qe is equal to this. And in the second statement, xq upon qe is equal to this. So, both the places xq upon qe is there. Okay, which is common. So, if this is equal to this and this is equal to this here, then I can write xp upon pd is equal to xr upon rf. I wrote here. From 1 and 2 they have given here. Therefore, the further statement is completed, that is PR is parallel to DE. So, we will see what they have got here. XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. Therefore, yes, PR is parallel to DF by converse of BPT. Okay. With this, we finished with our practice set 1.2. I will just revise. In this 1.2, we studied basic proportionality theorem and the converse of basic proportionality theorem. It is very important that if you have to use basic proportionality theorem, you need to have a triangle and a line parallel to one side of a triangle. Only then you can use basic proportionality theorem. There has to be a triangle and a line which is parallel to one side of a triangle, and it should intersect the other two sides. It should intersect the other two sides in two distinct points. Then only you can use basic proportionality theorem. And the converse I have explained you earlier also. If in a triangle, if the ratio of their sides are equal, then that line which joins the points on the two sides is parallel to the third side. So, study this basic proportionality theorem thoroughly. Revise this. You will write this in your notebook. You will write this basic proportionality theorem in your notebook.
Homework: write basic proportionality theorem in your notebook and also complete practice set 1.2 in your notebook. Thank you.